Hello, welcome back to the Distant Worlds 2 Ikkuro playthrough, where we are in a massive financial black hole at war with the entire galaxy, and hopefully capturing some of our planets back. But overall, we're doing pretty well. 57%, 40% is the next closest person. We're hoping to get to peace relatively soon, but I'm gonna have to figure something out here because this is getting a little crazy. I'm gonna go with speed 2 just because we're at war. I am going to want to sort these by name. We got a lot of stuff building up. We got some manual controls going on right now. We're trying to invade these planets. Things are going to get a little questionable for a little while. Hopefully we can jump all over the galaxy and get some of these manual invasions done. Looks like we're starting to make a little progress here. I do want to take out, like, it's important to me that we take out these planets, mostly because I do feel like we need to move these guys into, like, they took another planet. I need to start capturing some of their planets so we get these point values up so that we can go to peace with them a little bit quicker. Alright, let's load these troops up. Looks like this spaceport we could retrofit to... let's start with a medium spaceport. We could always change it later on. Alright, what's going on here? It looks like we're in progress of trying to invade this planet. Some of our stuff's getting a little banged up here, but hopefully we can clear out some of these enemies. Alright, in the meantime, we're finding some new colonies, so let's go ahead and build up our resources here. Alright, we should be pretty good to invade this planet. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of defenses, though. Getting these gravity wells under our control would be really nice. That was kind of weird. It, like, went back under their control for a second. Interesting. Alright, we'll head back over there in a minute. Who else was slated to go attack that planet? Looks like these guys were. Alright, so we need to send these guys somewhere else. Now that we've taken over this system, which they have taken, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colonies. We've taken 2 of theirs now. One of theirs was pretty valuable. All right, we got a decent sized spaceport here. Lots of troops on this planet. For nothing that we need to immediately worry about. All right, we got to keep pressing on these enemies here. Hop over here and invade that. Be nice to take back some of these planets. First, Slowsvan 1. I'm just hoping we have some planets, or like some of the other colonies in that system, just so I could find them. No. look at the enemy target list. We could look at... Alright, Slowsvan 1. We're already invading that. Ulabarl. Agerpa. Alright, we got some craziness going on here. Is anybody nearby that could kind of save the day over here? These are all enemy attack fleets and defense fleets. Alright, a lot of craziness going on over there. I guess the short answer is no. I really don't have much that isn't already committed to all these places. Let's try to move this guy over here. We need more fleets. We do not have sufficient defense. And we are low on money, which is never good. Let's build a new one. Build a new one. Alright, so that's 5 and 6. I would love to get them in this general area where it seems like a lot of this chaos is happening right now. Alright, let's get them over there. See what else we can do about these invasions here. Well, we're already in this system, so we might as well just invade that planet. Alright, well that negative cash flow there seems to be way more manageable than it was. So hopefully this war weariness gonna stop hurting us so much. Alright, killing in Rus. We apparently made a new outpost. Don't know why. At some point we need to start converting those to actual planets. Alright, we got some craziness going on over here. That is an enemy planet. You guys are all scattered around there. Go invade this planet. And apparently this one too. These guys are just running out of fuel and everything's awful. Did we make it over here? Looks like we did. That stopped them in their tracks. Well, not completely. They took over on a couple planets. Alright, so... on, we need to try to get that back. I mean, we don't have to get back the specific planets that we had captured from us, but I like the idea of being net neutral. Right, looks like we are actively invading multiple planets. Alright, this guy's doing some heavy lifting here. Locking down a bunch of their invasion stuff. Just annihilating. I like it. I wish we were more positive here. I really want to go take some of these planets. Maybe I could do that real quick. Find a couple fleets that are not currently crazy. I mean, I imagine most of them are right now. You're refueling, but you're mostly actually refueled, so that's fine. Let's look at enemy targets and go just take these planets real quick. Maybe we can at least go to peace with this guy. Let's go invade this planet. Shouldn't be too difficult. These guys are really, really weak. How long is it going to take to get over there? We're pretty far away. Alright, this guy's not invading anything. Let's go invade this planet. And how far away are these guys? Also pretty far away. Alright, you guys should be able to jump away now. Alright, there they go. They actually entered hyperspace, so they, I think, will go all the way without any interruption. That's the hope, anyway. Same with these guys. Okay, now they've entered hyperspace. Yeah, these guys are just running out of fuel, getting in fights. Hopefully we're invading pretty soon. There we go, actual transport over there now. Oh, you're set to invade when clear. I want you to invade immediately. There we go. Let's just double check and make sure all of ours are set to immediately. Yeah, we want immediate. We ain't messing around. That's probably part of the problem here. They're all just like waiting for clear, and really I just want immediate. All right, there we go. Perfecto. All right, we can definitely refuel here. Probably upgrade this to a medium spaceport. Alright, Titan Prime is taken, I think, back? I don't know if it's over or back. Oh, let's definitely load this ship back up. I mean, alright, what's up with this guy? Right, working on his way, jumping over there. Actually, pretty close now. What the heck is going on with you? You have just been completely sidetracked. Alright, let's head back over here and try to refuel. Because there's some chaos going on in that system. Be nice to get a defense fleet over there, maybe? You guys are all occupied. Alright, let's move them over there because they're pretty fueled up and ready to go. I don't know what's going on here. We just get in there and invade? I mean, seems like you have the troops right here. They're capturing a decent number of our ships, it looks like. Alright, well, if you're out of fuel, just like limp along and get over here. You just need to take one. You need to land like one transport full of ships. We got some anger starting to form now, though. Yeah, you don't need to jump. Just start slinging troops onto the planet. Fine, you're right. You're literally right here. You don't have to jump at all. Just invade the planet. You're right there. Yeah, immediately. Not when clear. Oh, maybe because some of these are set to, like when their shields are low or whatever. Alright, let's set this to never, and then immediately, and then invade. Maybe that'll make them do it. Like, just attack the planet, man. My man. You weren't empty. Like, what are you doing? I'm so confused as to why this is not invading. I just don't understand it. Like, invade it. You have the power. Invade. Right now, land the troops. What are you doing? I know you're like low on fuel and stuff, but here, maybe if we refuel from tankers. This is so confusing to me. There's a bunch of ships, like right there. Full of troops. Manual control, invade. Here, let's stop and clear any queued missions, refuel from tankers. Yeah, what is this insanity here? Alright, there we go. We took Ilrud. I'm guessing that stuff's starting to retrofit or something. Alright, I think we didn't wipe them out. Alright, that's in my control now. Be nice to get over here and get this cleaned up. You're attacking a mining station, which is not what you should be wasting your time doing right now. We need to be invading. I mean, you're almost full. This is where we need to go invade, right? So do that. How's this coming along? Are we getting close to that one system? Who is coming after this? Killinan 1. Apparently nobody. I mean, you're already right there. What do we got going on here? Those are enemy fleets. Alright, so I don't have any friendly fleets over here. Looks like all enemy fleets. We really got to get going to peace sooner than later. So what's peace looking like to you? What's the value of peace? Peace is too expensive. That war readiness is getting brutal. They're still ready to reject the peace. Almost 200 million, which is way more than I actually have. Yeah, they don't want peace. All right, they're not ready for peace. We need to get to peace, but they are not ready for it. All right, what's going on over here? Are we in any better position here? Still just sitting around here doing nothing. Hey. Wait, that wasn't it. It was a different planet. I don't know what is going on here, but it is. I don't know. Where's my fuel tankers? Are you here? Alright, go put fuel in this ship. Like, I don't care if I have to take one ship. Oh, don't raid. Invade. Like, you have fuel. Okay, so it's just that they were out of fuel. They apparently cannot invade when they are out of fuel. Right, that got destroyed, but hopefully... I think I got another one landing here. Alright, we took that. I think we took that back. I think that was originally ours. Alright, let's refuel at the planet if we can. Looks like there's plenty of Kazlan there, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Alright, we are invading that one planet. That should mean these guys are destroyed. I don't know if that is considered going to peace or not. Well, it did not seem to lower my war weariness, unfortunately. Alright, we got the invasion fleet popping in over here. Probably gonna be a little laggy. It did finally catch up and recognize that we destroyed that one civilization. I mean, there's a lot of things getting attacked over here, but I think we're way, way more powerful than they are. Yeah, some of these are like 13,000. All right, we're waiting for the actual transports to arrive over here. This is just the attack ships that are part of the fleet, which is fine because that softens them up a little bit. Alright, let's see what else we can snatch while we're over in this general area. I mean, that looks like a pretty tempting system, but we got some battle going on over here. Let's go invade this planet. You're all done with whatever you were doing over here, so let's move you to the next target. Which looks like it might be one of these two planets. So let's come on over here and invade this. These guys shouldn't be, quote-unquote, attacking anything. They should just be invading. Alright, let's refuel over here just because we're so desperately low. Although there's not a lot of fuel here. Alright, you're already being ramped up. Let's refuel these guys here. Where are the actual invasion, like, troops at? You're over here. Slowly but surely making your way. Alright, hoping we get over here pretty quick with these guys. That's the enemy fleet. Looks like we only got 2 ships over there so far, but the other ones are coming, I think. There they go. Pretty close. They should be there pretty quick. Alright, let's take a look at some of our stats here. It's pretty crazy. So, for the Uvu guilds, they've destroyed 21 of our ships. We've destroyed almost 2,000 of their military ships, so disproportionately in our favor. Same with troops destroyed, 73 versus 1,300. Definitely crazy. How we doing here? We're getting pretty close to invading. Looking at these guys, it's this kind of the same situation, maybe a little more muted, just because they've destroyed a lot of our bases. I assume mostly mining stations, but Yeah, troops destroyed, disproportionate on the military ships as well. Galactic Command Network. Massive ship maintenance savings. That is never a bad thing. Alright, this guy's pretty full. Alright, let's go to our planets and look at revenue first. Maybe we'll build up this Galactic Command thing. Too bad we don't have anything that reduces war weariness. That would be really, really helpful at the moment. Just take a quick look and make sure I'm not missing anything here. I mean, colony happiness. Alright, let's let that happen. Maybe that'll help offset some of this craziness. And it's only a 1% increase. It's not a 1 point increase. So it's not anything earth-shattering. I really do have to get to peace, like, sooner than later. This war weariness is getting real bad. Now, normally when you mouse over this, it'll tell you the value. For whatever reason, it's not. They say they want peace. But they want a lot of money to make that happen, and that means they don't really want it. Right, you're already heading over here, or at least trying to head over here. What's the most valuable targets you have? Slozvan and IE2. So this guy? Right, well, I don't know where you're at by comparison to this fleet, but we're gonna go invade you. No, you're not too far away. Well, this seems suddenly smoother. I say as it gets choppy again. Alright, let's load these troops up. These guys have fuel, so hopefully the invasioning will not be too bad. Slozvan, it'd be good to get that back. Let's aim for that. Invasion Fleet 3 to Slozvan. Not as scary as it looks. Alright, so it looks like they actually focused a lot in this area. We'll have to sweep in there and try to clear that out. Right, are these guys any closer to actually invading this planet? That made people a little bit happier. But you're the guy with all the troops. Where are you? You're somewhat close. You're out of fuel. D. We're gonna do another optimal population. Hopefully they get happy again. Alright, so these guys are pretty much refueled over here. Now we just gotta hop over here and take this planet. Which was not one of ours, but we can take it anyway. Why are you not invading yet? There you go. Yeah, we might as well refuel at this planet while we're here. Top everything up, load some troops. Hoping these ships kind of self-repair. They have the organic hull, so they should repair. Alright, let's come over here and invade this planet. Why is control click not working? Alright, we'll let them jump and invade that. That is, again, not one of the planets that was ours. But that's fine. Even trades are good enough for me. Alright, we're not gonna go peace anytime soon with these guys. So is this peace with the whole, like, block? Because this seems very expensive for what they're offering. So I was just scoping out military ships, and it looks like we actually got the World Annihilator turned over to us. Right now it's repairing in this spaceport, but I totally forgot this ship existed, and I think one of the people we knocked out, this ship got converted over to me. So I don't think it has anything that I need to, like, be not concerned about, but consider it. Like, we have better weapons. The super laser might be the only thing, and I don't know if this would give it to us or not, but let's let it repair. In the meantime, we need to scope out our invasion fleets, making sure they're following through on what they need to follow through on. This guy has no mission. Still waiting for fuel tankers over here. Yeah, this planet doesn't really have any fuel. Alright, so we took this planet over. Make things a little happier over there. What do we got? Invasion Fleet 2. We could probably refuel over here. Let's build a medium spaceport as well. Some of these ships are pretty banged up. We're gonna have a lot of colonies getting founded right now. I went through between episodes, or not between episodes, but while I was paused, and just flagged all these colonies for colonization that are in enemy territory. Looks like they destroyed that spaceport while I was working on it. What is this guy? A battle cruiser? Oh, that was kind of a garbage one. Alright, we took over this colony. So reloading the game seems to make the performance way better for at least a brief period of time. So occasionally I pause the game, reload it, just to help the performance. Permis seems to have no, I didn't want to load troops. I wanted to refuel. Although loading troops is probably fine too. I really need to get the fuel generation going. I don't know what we're shooting at over there. Apparently there's some enemies hanging around. Alright, we need to start taking some of this stuff back. So, where are these planets? Take a look at the enemy targets. I feel like this screen, like loading this screen, makes it start to lag. Oh, those aren't, that's not the guy I want. I want this guy. I think I already have all his colonies flagged. Yeah, I do. Alright, well, if you're mostly good to go, let's hop you over here and take this planet over. That's their next best planet. I think we're already here, but we're not actually taking this over at the moment. I'm kind of pivoting a little bit and trying to, I don't know, trying to figure this out. Because fuel seems to be a heck of a problem. And we have fuel ships, like they should be transferring fuel. And they are, it's just taking a very long time. Like it almost makes me want to have 7, 8 fuel ships per fleet, just because of the complexity of that. Oh man, that guy just dove right into his death. Yeah, let's refuel from the tankers. What are you guys doing over here? Just fighting? Let's reload. Now, why are you not invading this planet? Oh, you are. Or maybe you weren't? I don't know. I do know this is one of those planets that was significant for us to get back. It was one of our planets initially. Pretty sure. Alright, we got that back. We got Slowsvan back. Just try to take out some of the stuff that's surrounding it. Right, you're heading way up there. Alright. Where is... You must have taken Killanon out again. Yeah, they did. They came in here. Let's just reinvade that planet while we're at it. Okay, you are getting just beat up really bad. Alright, what are you doing? You look almost completely full of health and everything. I feel like we need to continue forcing research on the optimal population just because that's going to help us stay in the positive on mood as our war weariness continues to tick. Where's the next nearest enemy we can take out? Looks like it might be over here. That is not the planet, not one of our original planets, but that's fine. Alright, why are we so spread out? Let's head back to this planet, refuel. There's no fuel there. Alright, well, let's just physically get close to each other then. Alright, you're pretty gravy here. Where's the next nearest thing I can go after with you? Looks like this guy here. Let's go invade that. You're not great, but you're not terrible. Let's try to take out the guy that has the actual troops on him. The rest of them I don't care if they get away, but this guy, it'd be really nice to destroy him. Alright, engines are all destroyed, hyperdrive offline. Boom. It is dead. Perfect. The rest of them don't matter because they don't have any troops on them. I'm tempted to try to speed up the game a little bit, but I feel like that also contributes to the latency. Is my jumping blocked? I don't think so. But maybe. Let's just destroy these ships and then we don't have to worry about it. Fleet destroyer. Nope. Nothing blocking my jumping. That's hyper deny. It is damaged. Ah, is that the tractor beam? All right, let's refuel from fuel tankers if we can. Probably also top up. Now this, you know what? This planet has fuel. We can refuel from the planet, and then load up, and then send us on our way. What is going on with you? Did you lose all your troops? That's pretty crazy. Let's try to take out this spaceport. And or all these troops on the transports. Alright, what's going on with you guys? Still stuck in a fight. I feel like we're never gonna escape this with all these ships everywhere. Getting annihilated all the time. Uh-oh. We actually had a colony get overthrown here. That's not good. People are starting to rebel. Alright, where's the next closest thing I can take over? Looks like there's something over here. Oh, that carrier's getting beat up. So let's go invade that planet. Why is jumping blocked? There must be some sort of enemy ships nearby. Alright, we're gonna build some micro-tech fleets. We're gonna put that there, and then we're gonna set the home base here. And let's retrofit as much as we can. Alright, looks like we mostly jumped away. Alright, we took over Reese. Let's upgrade that spaceport real quick. Hopefully that'll be fairly stable. Alright, attack this spaceport. Oh, we actually have people here now. Oh, it's out of fuel, so they won't actually invade. where's my fuel ships? They gotta be nearby, I hope. Apparently they're hanging out over here getting destroyed. Okay. Well, it's getting more in our favor. You ready for peace? No? Alright, we're getting close to invading this planet. I don't see our actual troop transports anywhere. Where are you at? Oh, you're here. You're like inside the planet? Alright, we took over another one. See what we can do about this spaceport. Jumping away. Oh good, they look like they're blocked now. Alright, we're gonna do optimal population again just to try to get that happiness up. There's a lot of enemies over here. Looks like they're getting ready to invade that planet there. Let's try to get over and invade ourselves there. Is there any fleet nearby that could come help us out? You're retrofitting. You're like out of fuel and can't really do much of anything. Yeah, I really need somebody to get over here. Yeah, most of these guys are just cashed out. They have no fuel. They're just getting beat up. Alright, we're gonna top up that fleet and then send it over here. Make this its whole home planet. Maybe something can happen there. We'll see. There's a lot to defend against. Not undoable. It's just we don't really have anything over there. I'm hoping we can get to peace pretty soon because this is getting bad. Got plenty of fuel over here. We should definitely refuel after we load up. Looks like they're trying to come in over here, but we're pretty well blocked off here. Alright, these new colonies are starting to rebel against me just because of the unhappiness is so high. I have to get over here and take this planet. This is way too difficult. Alright, let's refuel if we can. Specifically, let's go refuel this guy. And then maybe we can invade the planet with just this guy. Let's creep him closer. Alright, he's refueled. Let's invade with him. How did you not land more troops? I don't need a hyperdrive. I need to land troops. Oh boy. They just completely annihilated that guy. Let's reload some troops here. Hopefully we can keep clearing out these bad guys. It looks like we're wiping them out pretty easily. This guy's completely refueled. We just got to scoop up these troops, and then I think we'll send them over here to mop these guys up. We're gonna pop these guys back on invade. Maybe they'll, I don't know, start doing something. Alright, we are at this planet. Please invade already. Alright, let's maybe refuel this planet over here. Alright, this guy seems in pretty good strength. We're trying to invade over there. Need to wait for them to actually jump. I think they finally did when I looked at them. Okay, we loaded all the troops up off of here. I don't want to waste my time trying to capture a ship. I want to come down here and invade their capital. We've already mostly wiped out the defensive. Alright, we took over this planet. Another notch in our belt. Load these troops right back up. At least as many as we can. Had to be a little bit careful here. It looks like we got some potential rebellion on our hands. Please tell me we're getting closer to peak. This is getting out of control. Let's research that happiness again. I really have no choice. I have to keep researching it. It's the only thing maybe helping keep some of this war weariness at bay. Alright, I should probably stop trying to colonize new planets right now, because it's just gonna end up becoming the enemy. Alright, we've taken this guy over. Hopefully these guys will pretty quickly take over that other planet. I'm a little worried. I've been worried, but I'm getting really worried about this high-level war weariness. Our cash flow is just continually dropping. Like, I have to get to peak really soon. Alright, let's pause the game, let it catch up a little bit. I am gonna see if I can get to peace. Alright, we still can't go to peace yet. I'm waiting. They're invading over here. I really want to get to peace. Well, the good thing about keeping a bunch of troops on this planet, it looks like they keep trying to invade it. Alright, is there any chance of me getting to peace with any of these guys in the immediate? Alright, these guys seem like they're good to go. We could go invade this planet real quick. I gotta imagine their war awareness is getting up there too, with being as complicated as it is. But are you ready to go to peace yet? Well, look at all the value in that, and they still don't want to go to peace. I might be hosed here. I might be in permanent war. I don't know if something's broken, but they do not want to go to peace. Alright, I did another reload. Let's take a look at their Their war weirdness is really bad. Rampant, critical. Mine's not great. I'm dealing with a lot of rebellions, and that's not good. But we're gonna keep pressing along. They will not go to peace with me for anything, and I don't know why. I'm hoping at some point they'll offer me a peace deal so that I can get out of this war. But probably, again, I said this earlier, but probably stop colonizing new planets right now. Just because it's gonna cause nothing but problems. Okay, I think we're finally getting over here and invading this planet. Alright, we're definitely gonna win. Optimal population research was completed yet again. Let's go back and do that one more time. It's the only thing I can think of to keep the insanity at bay. Keep bumping that colony happiness percentage up. Alright, we did take their capital there. Definitely want to refuel as well. There's plenty of Kazlan here. These things just got to refuel. I mean, it's so bad. All right, these planets are just running low on, or these fleets are running low on troops. I'm hoping we're gonna start destroying these guys. We're just kind of spinning in circles and not really doing anything. Let's just focus on like one guy. Destroy him one at a time. Refuel from the fuel takers here. It looks like we're pretty much topped off here. Just low on troops. Where can I scoop up troops? There was a setting. Maybe it's one of these buttons. I felt like there was a setting that showed like always showed the icons on the map. And I think it got reset. Here, combat overlay? No. Extended. Detailed. Okay. Yes, it was detailed. Alright, this allows me to look at a glance and see where I might have some troops available to scoop up. 11,000 troops over here, and that's kind of on the way to this planet. Yeah, but it's not actually 11,000. It's split over 4 different planets. All right. You look like you probably have some troops. Let's load up some troops over there. We're gonna have to slowly but surely make our way over. We're taking all this stuff over. was hoping. I don't know what this guy's doing. Let's set you to invade and see if you just start doing something on your own. Alright, let's do a MSP. Because that'll at least be an upgrade and we can start taking some of these guys out, I hope. Alright, you're still on the path to invade. I think. Can't jump. Does this guy have a hyper deny? He does. Alright, let's take this guy out so you can get out of there. Alright, you... Uh-oh. That was a auto load. Alright, let's take a look at this. Looks like we managed to invade this. It was just an outpost, but that's fine. You have fuel. So let's refuel there while we can. Written into Rebelled. That was a decent sized planet. So that's unfortunate. It did rebel as an independent colony though, so at least there's that. Our war awareness ticked down a little bit, which I'm pretty happy about. Maybe it's because some of those higher weariness planets are rebelling away from me. Alright, you should be able to invade right now. I have no idea why you're not. You're, like, inside the planet. We kind of know what's going on with you. You're pretty full, but there's some fleets nearby that have those pesky hyper denies. I think it might just be this guy that has the hyper deny. We clear that guy out, and then I think we're free to jump. Blew that guy up. Where is the next planet we can go after? We don't want to come back this way, because then we get stuck in all this gravity well crap. Let's just move on to the next planet, I guess. Actually, we want to get out of this, because we want to take these guys over. We want to wipe them out and get them out of the, get them off the playing field. So let's move in that direction. Try to take these guys over. Mars is being attacked over there. Alright, so we want to take this planet. Let's just send you there. You guys will be hovering around there for a little bit, till the happiness gets a little bit elevated. Okay, you look like you mostly refueled. Another hyper deny over here. Well, actually, got a couple. Oh, I hate all these hyper denies everywhere. Makes it really difficult to get away. And we don't seem to have enough strength to actually knock their shields down. So what we need is actually more fleets designed to mop up this stuff. We need a fleet over here. We have one. Doing an okay job. We need something bigger and better. Alright, that's mostly wiped out, but it'll eventually end up over here. Research breakthroughs at this stage of the game? Right, this guy's getting trounced. We need to top up these fleets, which is expensive, like, and we're losing money. Here we go, another rebelled planet. Thankfully, most of them are weaker planets. We're just gonna keep pushing optimal population. All right, let's check out these invasion fleets while we can refuel at this planet while we're waiting. Hopefully. You got no mission, and fuel. Like that. Try to make our way back over here so we can jump. I don't like how many colonies that are rebelling over to these guys. Alright. We loaded up our troops here. I don't think there's any more troops in the immediate vicinity. So let's go take this outpost real quick. You are on your way. What I need to do is make an army ship that has that fuel generator on it. And actually, let's maybe get that going sooner than later. I don't think I even researched that tech yet. Yeah, I need to get this energy to fuel converter ASAP. Because then I need to make invasion fleets that never run out of fuel. Even if I got to remove some troops from it. No. Oh, you idiots. Now you're stuck. At least I think you're stuck. We're close to not being stuck. But we gotta get over here and invade this planet. Yeah, it looks like you mostly refueled. there's a non-zero chance I might be able to actually pull something off here. Alright, so you have as many troops as you can get on you. Let's hop you over here and get you to load up troops there. Go invade this planet now. We're just gonna go through and invade one at a time. Oh, these idiots jumped down there too. Now we're gonna lose them. Well, maybe, unless I take out anything that's got a hyper deny. This guy, I don't know. Let's actually set his home base to here and get him to move over here. Then they can come over here and mop this stuff up and free up our transports. Lots of rebellious colonies. Hey! We actually cleared them out. Look at that. Now these guys can get back to doing what they're supposed to be doing. Which is invading planets, not fighting. Actually, if you can refuel over here, that's even better. All right, let's crash research this and get optimal population queued up as well. I want these guys to be fueled up just because they have so many troops. I would love to be able to actually use them to invade stuff. Wait, they shouldn't be blocked from jumping anymore. No, they're not. Okay, where's Aiden? Alright, well this recording has gone on for a very long time, so I think I am going to have to cut the episode here. But we are making slow but steady progress. Our number of planets is hovering about the same as it was. It's not great, but it's not terrible. There's no fuel over here, unfortunately. Let's refuel from the fuel tankers, and maybe we can kind of restabilize ourselves there. We are getting close. I mean, we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemy planets left, and then we can wipe these guys out. And then it's just a matter of focusing on these two much bigger guys. But all of our war weariness is really bad. So you're rampant 80. Wow, that's terrible. Critical, rampant. I don't know why they're so bad. But nobody's ready to go to peace yet. So we just got to keep slogging along. If we look at our victory conditions, we can see we're at 62%. So we're getting close. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. Hopefully in another episode or so, we'll get there. But thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, see more content in the future. Catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.